Hi, this is Pritchard at the Full Metal Church of Christ in God YouTube channel. Today's subject is going to be the will of God. What is the will of God? Some people, say things that are not God's will, and they will, um, use their own will to say it's the will of God, and also they'll say that God's will can be, you know, trumped, and it's really not that way at all. Um, in it is no. I'm just going to kind of go over some stuff here. It says, "It is the will of God that all men shall be saved, who will have all men to be saved and come unto the knowledge of the truth." That's First Timothy 2:4. By all men in this passage is undoubtedly to be understood that all the human race, salvation comes through the belief of the truth. God wills that all men should come to the knowledge of the truth and be saved thereby. Uh, I'll take this really a step further that men really was not really lost. If you really look at it, um, this saved, or what was lost was our true identity is what was really lost. So our self-condemning, we self-condemned ourselves. So men were basically already saved, but know the knowledge of who they are was lost. No, we are children of God, and so that is what was lost, and that's what Jesus came to do, is to show us who we are. And God inspires the hearts of the good to pray for salvation for all men, and to say, as Jesus said, "Thy will be done." That is in Matthew 6:10. Because He wills the salvation of all men, therefore He wills that all men should be prayed for. And again, I would say that we should pray that man's awareness of who they are would know that God would wake him up, that they could be woken up to who they are. And see where we are here. And First Timothy 2:1 says, "I exhort therefore the first of all supplication and prayers, intercession and giving of thanks to be made for all men." Would God inspire the hearts of all His saints to pray for salvation of all mankind if He knew they would not be saved? Again, mankind was never really lost. We were lost in our identity, our misunderstanding, and our minds was really what was really lost and needed to be opened up and awakening. So Jesus came to do the will of God. My meat is to do the will of Him that sent me, and to finish His work. John 4:34. Lo, I come to do Thy will, O God. And Hebrews 10:9 says, "The will of God is that all men be saved." This is His will by way of distinction and premonition. Jesus came to do this will. He came as Savior, as the Savior of all men. He came as the good shepherd to seek and save that which was lost. He came to save all men, and not only those who live on the earth while he was here, but all who lived before, and all who have since lived, and all who shall live. Jesus gave himself a ransom for all. He tasted death for every man, and unto him at last every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess him, to the glory of God the Father. Such is the way in which Jesus does the will of God. It says that Jesus came to seek and save that which was lost. And again, I will say that mankind was not lost. God didn't have. We weren't lost to God. God knew us. We just weren't aware of Him. And when Jesus tasted the death of all mankind, it was basically every misunderstanding, every thing that man thought of was placed on him. I mean, he took upon himself everything that man thought they were, and he took it and he used it, and basically just took upon himself, and then he was crucified by mankind and was judged by mankind, not by God. And so he was really aware of who God was, and he knew what his will was, the Father's. And God has no other will besides the will to save all men. He is in one mind, and who can turn him? Job 23:13. God is wanting to reveal who man is and who he is to mankind. He wanted to clear up all the wrong thinking that man has, that somehow God needed to sacrifice something, or we need to sacrifice something to God before he would be happy with us. That's not the case. God was always happy with us from the very beginning. We just happened to not know that. And so during time, mythology crept into the church. If you look at the Old Testament things, they sacrificed their children, even people, women, children. They sacrificed because they thought that God was, actually to the false gods, and that they needed to have sacrifice to be happy. Somehow appease them. Somehow that it made the false god happy, and they thought that Jehovah God, the true God, was like all the rest of the gods and required sacrifice. And so that's how all this stuff came about, is all the mythology. But God's will is to have all mankind understand the salvation, understand God, understand who they are in their true identity, and we're to wake our other brothers and sisters up. Anyway, that's the lesson I have. It's not very long. I hope these help you. Go ahead and hit the like button, and comment if you have something that you want me to talk about or clear up, and also subscribe, and also click the bell for notifications. I try to do I try to, download, once a week, a lesson. So, anyway, until next week, I will talk to you later. And this is Pritchard from Full Metal Church of Christ YouTube channel. God bless. Bye.